Yo, what if I told you there's a flagship Android phone in 2026 that actually fits in your damn pocket without feeling like you're carrying a brick, and it still crushes battery life better than most big boys out there? Hell yeah, the Xiaomi 17 Global Edition is here, and it's making the compact flagship game interesting again. If you're sick of phones that barely last a day or feel like they're stretching your hand, stick around. This one's got me genuinely hyped, but I'm keeping it real with you. Alright, so this is the Xiaomi 17 Global Edition, the international version of Xiaomi's compact flagship that dropped in China late last year and hit the global market back at the end of February 2026. We're talking full Google services, proper US-friendly bands, and that sweet Leica co-engineering on the cameras. In the US market, you're looking at around $1,100 to $1,300 depending on the storage variant. 256 gigabytes or 512 gigabytes, and where you grab it from importers or official channels as stock rolls in. It's trending hard right now because people are finally fed up with massive phones. In this no BS deep dive, we're going to unbox it, test the hell out of it in real life, compare it to the Galaxy S26 and iPhone 17, and figure out if it's actually worth your cash. No hype fluff, just straight talk from someone who's been using it daily. Pulling this out of the box feels clean and premium, dude. The packaging is that minimalist white vibe with the Xiaomi 17 print and the little red Leica. Simple, but it screams quality. Inside you get the phone, some docks, a USB-C cable, and yeah, no charger in the box again. Classic move. The phone itself? Man, that ice blue color, like the one in the thumbnail, looks fire in person. It's got this flat edge design, aluminum frame, and a glass back that feels solid. At about 151 millimeters tall and only 191 grams, it sits perfectly in the hand. Not too slippery, but you'll probably want a case anyway because fingerprints show up. First touch reaction, it just feels right. Not too big, not too small. The camera bump with those 4 lenses and Leica branding stands out without being obnoxious. IP68 rating means it can handle a splash or two. Compared to last year's model, Xiaomi tightened up the build a bit. Less flex, more confidence. B-roll suggestion: slow pan over the box opening, then rotating the phone in hand under good light to show that color pop. So what makes this phone actually stand out in 2026? I've boiled it down to 3 real game changers. First, that monster 6,330 milliamp hours battery squeezed into a compact body. Most small flagships struggle here, but Xiaomi used silicon carbon tech and nailed it. You get all-day heavy use, and often into a second day. Beats the pants off the iPhone 17 and Galaxy S26 in endurance. No cap. Second, the Leica Tune triple 50MP camera system. Main sensor with light Fusion 950, floating telephoto, and ultra-wide, all 50MP. You get those classic Leica, authentic and vibrant looks, beautiful portraits, and solid low-light shots. It's not perfect, but for a compact phone, the versatility and color science punch way above its size. Third, pure compact flagship performance without the usual compromises. Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5, bright 6.3-inch LTPO OLED up to 3,500 nits, and that slim profile. If you're someone who actually wants a phone you can use one-handed while walking your dog or grabbing coffee, this thing delivers where others feel like a compromise. These 3 hit hardest for folks who hate huge phones but still want flagship power, battery, and cameras. Hell yeah, that's rare. Let's get into the nerdy stuff. The body uses Xiaomi Shield glass on front, aluminum sides, and that premium glass back. It's slim, around 8 millimeters thick, and feels balanced. Display is a 6.3-inch Crystal Res LTPO AMOLED, 2656 by 1220 resolution, 1 to 120 Hz adaptive refresh, Dolby Vision, HDR10+, and it hits over 3,400 nits peak in real tests. Colors pop, it's sharp, and the high-frequency PWM dimming is easy on the eyes for late-night scrolling. Inside, Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 on 3nm process, up to 4.6 GHz prime cores, strong GPU, and solid AI engine. Global version comes with 12 GB LPDDR5X RAM and UFS 4.1 storage, 256 gigabytes or 512 gigabytes. It handles gaming, multitasking, and everything smoothly with way less heat than you'd expect. Cameras: Leica Summilux lenses, 50MP main, January 1st, 31-inch sensor, OIS, 50MP 60mm floating telephoto, great for portraits and macro, 50MP ultra-wide with 102 degrees view. Video up to 8K, 30 or 4K, 60 Dolby Vision. Leica styles give you that pro look without editing. Battery: 6,330 mAh with 100W wired hypercharge. Full in 30 minutes with the right brick, and 50W wireless. No charger included though. Software is HyperOS 3 on Android 16. Feature-packed, customizable, but Xiaomi promises 5 years of updates. Samsung and Google still edge it on longevity. Compared to the Xiaomi 15, they bumped the battery tech and refined the Leica tuning. Versus the Galaxy S26, Xiaomi wins on battery and charging speed. Samsung fights back with better software polish and zoom. iPhone 17 feels more refined in the ecosystem, but loses on raw battery and price-to-power ratio. Engineering-wise, Xiaomi made smart choices. LTPO for efficiency, that big battery without bloating the size, and global bands done right this time. Alright, here's where it gets fun. Actual daily use. I took this thing on a full-day hike in the PNW drizzle. Started at 100%, used it for navigation, some photos of the trails, Spotify, and occasional calls. Ended the day with over 40% left. Next day, still going strong with lighter use. That's the kind of battery life that makes you forget about anxiety. Gaming? Genshin Impact on high settings ran smooth for an hour plus with only mild warmth. The Elite Gen 5 and Vapor Chamber do solid work. No throttling nightmares. Camera in the real world. Daylight shots look natural with great dynamic range thanks to Leica. Portraits have that creamy bokeh. Low light is strong on the main sensor, but the ultra-wide drops a bit in detail. Telephoto at 5x is useful for everyday zoom. Video stabilization is good, colors consistent. Not quite Samsung or iPhone level in every scenario, but for most people, damn impressive at this size. Comfort: one-handed typing, reaching the notification shade, pocketing it easily, all feel way better than the big S26 or iPhone 17 Pro. Software is snappy, but I did notice a couple of minor bloatish suggestions early on. You can disable most. Fingerprint scanner is fast and reliable. Surprises? The haptics are punchy, speakers get loud enough, and wet touch works when it rains. Durability feels good with the IP68, but that glass back will scratch if you're clumsy. Long term? After a week plus, it still feels fresh, no slowdowns, battery holding strong. But here's the thing, it's slippery without a case, and the telephoto could reach further for serious zoom chasers. Still, for everyday life, commuting, content creation on the go, casual photography, it delivers more than I expected.
Let's keep it direct. Pros: truly compact size that actually feels good in hand, insane battery life for a small flagship, easily beats most competitors, powerful Snapdragon 8, Elite Gen 5 with great efficiency, versatile Leica cameras that deliver pleasing results, bright, smooth display with excellent outdoor visibility, fast 100-watt charging and solid build quality, competitive pricing for what you get. Cons: no charger in the box. Again, ultra-wide isn't the strongest in class. Telephoto zoom is decent but not class-leading. 5 years of updates is okay, but not the best. Can get a bit slippery without a case. Availability in the US might mean going through importers at first. No sugarcoating, these are real. Overall, I'm giving the Xiaomi 17 Global Edition an 8.7 out of 10. Who should buy it? If you're in the US, love compact phones, want killer battery life and solid Leica cameras without dropping iPhone money, this is a strong pick. Great value around that $1,100 to $1,300 mark, especially if you hate giant slabs. Who should skip it? If you need the absolute best zoom, longest software support, or you're deep in the Apple/Samsung ecosystem, look elsewhere. The Galaxy S26 might suit you better for polish, or iPhone 17 for simplicity. Best alternative? Galaxy S26 if you want that Samsung experience, or wait for deals on this one. At the end of the day, Xiaomi nailed a compact flagship that doesn't feel like it's sacrificed too much. If you're tired of compromises, this one's worth checking out. Yo, if this review helped you out or got you thinking about the Xiaomi 17, smash that like button. It really helps the channel. Subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss the next honest take. Drop a comment. Would you go for the Xiaomi 17 over the Galaxy S26 or iPhone 17? Or what's your biggest must-have in a compact phone these days? Let me know. I read them all. Links to specs, where to buy in the US, and more in the description. Thanks for hanging out, dude. Stay curious, keep exploring, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.